Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe. This is the news. We are not at Old Trafford. We're in the studio this morning because Ronaldo, who was meant to be presenting the news, has pulled his hamstring so severely he spent all night in A&E. So he can't drive to Old Trafford on that. So I'm doing the news. We're going to be looking at Paul Pogba as Mino Raiola has come out and clarified the statements that were made the other day. I'll be honest, he's made things worse. We're also going to be looking at Brandon Williams, who looks as though he may be moving out of Manchester United, and we'll be looking at a couple of birthdays as well. Jesse Lingard and Alex Telles are the same age, which is mad to me. We'll be getting into that in just a minute. First up then is Mino Raiola, and he has come out and supposedly clarified his comments that were made on Paul Pogba. Of course, he said last week that the time at Manchester United for Paul Pogba was over, and he's come out and he's really made things better by saying Paul Pogba will have a great future. In England, they're very sensitive when you talk about Pogba. I've just expressed my thoughts. I've said that Paul Pogba can leave in the summer. It's hard to do top deals in January. Cheers, Mino. You've really sorted that one out. First of all, they're so sensitive in England. Aren't you the one that every time anyone talks about you leaving or Pogba leaving, you put a social media post out about him saying that it's fake news? They did it with Marco the other day. Talk about sensitive. When a newspaper talks about you saying that Paul Pogba is willing to drop his agent, Paul Pogba is willing to do anything to get out of Manchester United, then all of a sudden, you know, it's you that's quite sensitive, isn't it? Putting posts out saying this is fake news, Marco are fake news, Build are fake news, whoever it may be. Come on, mate. We're not sensitive. You say that the world record at the time signing for Manchester United is done at Manchester United, and you think people are a little bit sensitive by saying, all right, see you later then? I don't think people are particularly sensitive. I think what you do, and what he purposely does, is stir the pot and stir the pot and stir the pot and stir the pot. And it's all very much sort of the Donald Trump way of dealing with criticism and almost pretending that what he said never happened and pretending that everything anyone else says is either an overreaction to what he said or a huge attack on himself. He's a very sensitive, very mean little man. I like calling someone a little man because it's like something they used to do on telly in the 90s. They don't really do that anymore. Probably Heartist or something. Mino Raiola, as we all know, is a massive shithouse. He's a dickhead. And he comes out and says stuff like this, like it's all our fault that he says these hugely inflammatory comments about Manchester United's record signing and acts as though we should go, oh, what, he's going to leave, is he? It's done at Manchester United. Ole's a shit manager, is he? He should focus more on building a team around Pogba. Oh, that's fine. We all like hearing stuff like that. Of course, he's come out and he's probably seen a bit more backlash than he expected from his comments last week. And now he wants us to feel sorry for him. Well, I don't think anyone feels sorry for him. And again, we still expect Paul Pogba to leave. Apparently not in January, but in the summer. And next up then, this is the story coming out of the Telegraph that Southampton are looking to sign Brandon Williams on a loan in January. Now, apparently, they wanted him in the summer, but Ole was not keen on letting him go. Now, it seems to me a slightly strange one, the idea that we are now more willing to let Brandon Williams leave the club on loan, because whilst we have brought in a second left back in Alex Telles, Brandon Williams, we all know he's right-footed, and we all know we don't really have a backup right-back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has played pretty much every game for United this season, including some where he didn't look that great, namely, the Brighton game. I think away in Istanbul he didn't look great. I think away in Leipzig he didn't look great. Now, I think some of that is because he's playing every single week for us, and he's expected to be this defensive monster every single week, or twice a week, or 3 times a week, without any rest. Now, obviously, you expect young, fit players like him, I think he's 22 years old, to be able to play a lot of games in a season. That's why you buy players for 50, 60 million quid. But at the same time, you need rotation, you need rest, you need options, and we don't really have that at right back. There were rumours of Kieran Trippier coming in as, I guess, a support or an alternative in the games when we need a more attacking right back, but we don't have Kieran Trippier. So maybe this loan is based on the understanding that we will be signing a more attacking right back or a backup right back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So if we are letting Brandon Williams go, which I think would be not necessarily a mistake, but something I would do very cautiously. I do like Brandon Williams. I like what he offers, and I think he came on against Leipzig and looked really good. He was forcing the pace. He's got the energy, the excitement, that aggression that he just seems like. And again, I don't think it's because he's from Manchester, but he seems to have that real battling, fighting spirit to him that sometimes he's come absolutely invaluable, and it almost dragged us over the line to a draw against Leipzig, winning free kicks on the edge of the box and looking completely different to everything else we had before he came on. I think he's had a few bad games last season, but for me, let me know what you think at home, but I think that losing one of the 4 fullbacks we've got is probably not the best idea, unless again, this is more of a hint towards the fact that United are looking to sign a right back this January. Of course, like I said before, Kieran Trippier, one of the names mentioned, and you would assume if we're after Trippier, there is a list of other players that we are also potentially after. So for me, I don't see Brandon Williams going out on loan without another fullback coming in. And as we saw before, Ole was on letting him go in the summer. Now, for me, the only thing that would have changed in the meantime is if we get another right back in to cover Wan-Bissaka. So, again, if he does go, I'm hopeful that's because United have made a new signing at right back. Let me know what you think. Should we keep Brandon Williams at Manchester United, or should we let him go on loan to Southampton? I mean, they're a good team. I think they're above us in the league, aren't they? So, let's be careful. Our next bit of news then, and this is one of those ones where you go, should I talk about this? Should I not talk about this? Well, we'll talk about it because it is some Manchester United news. Amad Diallo's Twitter has been hacked. Man United's new signing, currently plays for Atalanta, or is on loan back at Atalanta after signing for Manchester United, will be joining with the squad in January. He's tweeted something along the lines of, the Fenerbahce club wants me, he'll take my dick. Now, I apologise for even having to read that out, but his Twitter's been hacked, so it's not him saying it, but I think it's his most liked tweet ever. So, swings and roundabouts. Obviously, it's not him tweeting that. Obviously, he's been hacked. But, the reason I mentioned Amad Diallo as well is because United are still apparently, according to that Telegraph article that I just mentioned around Brandon Williams, are still struggling to get Amad Diallo a work permit for this January. Now, one of the reasons we didn't sign him, or we signed him, but didn't bring him into the squad straight away, is because we couldn't get a work permit sorted in the final days of the transfer window, which is when we got him in the first place. United are still struggling to get a work permit for Amad Diallo Traore, and he's struggling to get the password for his own Twitter. So, one to look out for. And finally then, a couple of happy birthdays around the club. Jesse Lingard and Alex Telles are both 28 today. Now, we don't need the whole Jesse Lingard's an academy young lad, he's still coming through the ranks, he's only a young boy, meme/joke/tired old lazy piece of crap. But what we can say is it is mad that Jesse Lingard's 28, isn't it? Now, obviously, that, like I said, that whole joke about him being, he's still such a promising youngster, that's 4 years out of date. We don't need that joke anymore. But, he is 28. Alex Telles, of course, 28 as well. So happy birthday to both of those guys as well. That's going to be all from me today. Let me know in the comments below what you think to this update from Mino Raiola. Is he spitting his dummy out? Is he acting like he's the victim here? That's what it seems like to me. Let me know what you think at home. Let me know what you think as well to the idea of Brandon Williams going out on loan, and if you think that is a sign that Manchester United may well be signing a backup right back in January. Maybe Kieran Trippier, perhaps. Right, that's going to be all from me today. We are going to be back with the preview for Manchester United versus Sheffield United later today, and an academy review will be coming out as well with Dave Pritt and Jay Motti, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you in a bit.